What if the real reason you feel broke right now has nothing to do with how much you earn, but everything to do with how your money is quietly disappearing the moment it hits your account? Think about this for a second. Your paycheck comes in, maybe it's even higher than it was a year ago, but somehow, within days, it's gone. And the real problem is, you can't even point to one big expense that caused it. But here's the shocking part. It's not one big thing draining your money. It's a series of small increases happening all at once. Your rent is up, maybe 20 or 30% compared to a few years ago. Groceries cost noticeably more every single week. Gas prices fluctuate just enough to keep your monthly budget unstable. And those small automatic subscriptions you barely think about keep stacking in the background. And this is where it gets serious, because none of these changes feel extreme on their own. But together, they create a system where your income stays the same, while your real cost of living keeps rising. For example, imagine earning $5,000 a month, just like before, but now your rent alone takes up almost half of it. Groceries take a bigger share, and suddenly you're left with less room to breathe financially than ever before. However, most people don't notice this shift immediately, because it doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly, month by month, until one day you realize saving money feels impossible and getting ahead feels out of reach. The real problem is, people blame themselves first. They think they're overspending. They think they need to budget better. But what's actually happening is much bigger than personal habits. It's a structural shift in how money works today. What happened next changed everything for millions of Americans. Instead of cutting back enough to keep up, many people started using credit cards to fill the gap, turning short-term pressure into long-term debt. And once that cycle begins, it becomes incredibly difficult to escape, because now you're not just paying for today, you're paying for yesterday too. And this is a financial warning that doesn't look dramatic on the surface. It shows up as smaller savings, higher balances, and a constant feeling that no matter how hard you work, you're not moving forward. The next 30 days could be critical for many households, because if this pattern continues, more people will be forced to make difficult choices, cutting back on essentials, delaying important decisions, or taking on even more debt just to maintain their current lifestyle. But here's the deeper question. If you're earning the same or even more, then why does it feel like you're falling behind? Because this could change everything about how you think about money. It's not just about how much you make anymore. It's about how much of that money you actually get to keep after everything takes its share. So ask yourself honestly, are your expenses quietly increasing? Are you saving less than before? Does your paycheck feel smaller even if the number hasn't changed? Because if it does, you're not alone. Millions of people are experiencing the exact same thing right now, and understanding this shift might be the first step toward taking control again. And if you want more real, no-nonsense breakdowns of what's actually happening with money today, make sure to subscribe, because what happens next could affect everyone.